Come on. All right.
That was my energetic.
Come on.
Okay. Let me channel my inner Brandon.
Okay, thank you.
This is milk.
This is eggs.
And a whole lot of tea.
And a whole lot of tea. Listen, on today's episode, y'all, we are excited. Well, first, before I tell you who's our guest, let me back up. Allegra, how are you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good.
Your eyes are really bluing today.
Oh, thank you. Yours are really browning. Is that a word, browning?
Let's go.
Okay, there we go. But yes. Okay, so okay, you said you're doing good. We're doing good. Who do we have on our episode today?
Yes. So the concept of milk, eggs, and a whole lot of tea is basically bring about like relationships, work-life balance, and not only just talk about like woman empowerment.
Yeah.
So we have the one and only Megan Daniele.
Megan Daniele.
Megan Daniele.
Yes.
Hello.
Okay, so Megan Daniele, how we know Megan Daniele. So we go back, I would say, 5-6 years now?
I think 2016.
Yes, 2016. Oh my Lord, that was long.
I know.
Way far
Dating
from
you.
there. Yeah.
Dating yourself. Not dating you, dating yourself.
But yes, so we used to work at a restaurant company together.
Did?
And I was new to training, and she was just a powerhouse in training, specifically instructional design, speaking in front of crowds, doing just everything. And, she kind of took me under her little wing. You did. And kind of taught me everything I knew about instructional design, and just everything about design in general of, just also being able to kind of just come out of my comfort zone too in corporate America, because that shit's hard.
It is hard. It's
corporate
no joke.
Is hard.
It's like a different beast. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Challenging corporate America.
But listen, speaking of corporate America, how we met, enough about like me talking about you and everything, because people are going to research you, see how badass you are.
Oh, good.
So what I want to really get to today is we brought you on because you are considered a badass woman. And
I'm glad you think so.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And what we like to, we like to categorize that in someone who is, one, first off, badass. Two is a mentor, but somebody who likes to just shape culture, whether that is, with people, with what you do in your work, what you do in your life, whatever it might be. So that's why we invited you on today. And we're so excited to have you on today.
I'm stoked to be here.
Oh my God, yes. So tell the audience, tell people, we know you a little bit, but tell us your background, kind of, how you got to where you are. Also, people, she owns her own company, which is another reason why we have her on. And then tell us how you got to there.
Okay. That's such a loaded question too. Firstly, thank you for having me on today. So appreciate it. Thank you for the bubbles that are in my teacup. It makes me very happy.
Of course.
Love me some tea, love me some coffee, but bubbles are way better. I think that getting into learning and development was not something I actually chose. I thought I wanted to be a teacher. I thought I wanted to teach little kids. So I started out in early childhood education, and then it got to the actual teaching the little kids part, and I was like,
I reconsider.
And it actually wasn't the kids; it was the parents. The parents were the ones that I was just like, this is not okay. This is I'm more restricted than I thought. It was just a different mindset. It was a very different. It just felt very hard and very not aligned with what creatively I wanted to be doing. Yeah. I have so many friends that are teachers, and Lord love them. They're incredible, but it wasn't something that was in my
Shout
path.
out to our teachers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Amazing.
Don't know how they do it, but they're incredible. So I went through college. I actually did a lot of mass communication, a lot of marketing work, because it got me in front of people. It got me in front of people talking, making materials, making PowerPoint presentations. It wasn't something I thought that could have a true job title to it. Yeah. I joined a large tech company here in town, and I kind of worked my way up. My first day there was a trainer in front of the classroom, and I was like, wait a second, they're a teacher for adults. There's no parents to deal with, and free thinking people.
Is this new?
Yeah, you can. It's a lot of your job ends at 5 p.m. kind of thing. So that's kind of where I set my sights, and through trying to get to a trainer job, I found instructional design. And instructional design kind of entails a lot of the fun things that I was wanting to do creatively. So that's kind of where I went to. Yeah. From there, I was a director of training at a restaurant group with you.
One, if you ever need to work with her, she's
Oh my
amazing.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brandon's
I mean, if
the
you can
best.
manage to work with Brandon,
This guy is the best.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you earlier, our first day, I think we were finishing each other's sentences, finishing each other's sentences. There's a Disney call out for you. But no, I think it was, COVID happened. We were in a restaurant group, right? And so furlough happened. The week the world shut down, I lost my job. I'd never lost a job before. Spent about a month and a half on the couch, and then just kind of started interviewing. I'm a sick person who likes to interview at places, so I did a lot of that just kind of for fun.
not like you're a sick person who likes to interview.
No, I just like
She
to
just
interview.
loves that.
I just love to interview. And talk about yourself is not hard to do, right? It is hard to do. But yeah, it's just kind of out of necessity. A previous person I had worked with called and said they needed training materials created. And that's kind of where my little company started. It started out of necessity. COVID needed people to be taking e-learning. So there's where it went. Crazy.
That's what's up.
I did not choose it. I am a very risk adverse person. I need to be shoved off the deep end of the pool to swim. And that's just kind of what happened. I'm just floating with my floaties on,
And
just
now,
trying to keep
how
my
long
head up.
have you been?
Almost 4
how
years.
long-
I can't believe it.
Wow.
Almost 4
4
years.
years.
And
4 years.
it's been incredible.
Wow.
Very
What's the name of your company again?
Gem Learning. It's Meg spelled backwards. Very creative, right? But Meg spelled backwards. Gem Learning Consultants.
So, Meg, tell me this.
Yeah.
I feel like we're friends, so I can call you Meg
Yeah,
instead
please.
of Megan.
I mean, yeah. it's
Okay,
great.
cool.
Easier.
So, Meg, as a woman, we're already being paid less than men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lucky.
Sucks.
Yeah, it does. But my question to you is like, you mentioned this, you started kind of after COVID, during COVID, and like to some people that could have been like a barrier.
Yeah.
So my question to you is like, how did you overcome that barrier in starting this new role, like this new company? Like you're starting from scratch.
Yeah.
So what was like your motivation in regards to that?
It, like just even thinking about it brings back those just feelings of inadequacy. I literally spent a month and a half like on the couch, full transparency. Like, what am I doing? What is my value? Yeah, I didn't know I placed that much value in my work, right? But it's like, who am I if I had a job? I think for me, understanding my value and my worth and the worth that I have to my clients was difficult because I didn't know how much to charge a client. I didn't know how much I was worth. I had to turn it back on. It wasn't so much what I was worth. It's what my materials and the output that I create, what that's worth to my client. So not necessarily, okay, how many years of experience do I have? Well, I have executive level experience in learning and development. I didn't need to necessarily charge for that. I was charging more for, okay, you want a training program that's going to teach 40,000 people? This is how much I'm going to charge you for it because this is how much it's going to matter to you in the future. And so that's a hard number to get to.
Yeah.
But it was an important one to have that conversation with my client. So it kind of leaves the male female thing out of it in terms of how much I'm worth versus somebody else. It's more so you want the best materials.
Right.
This is how much it's going to cost you.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're saying understand your worth in
Yeah.
that
Right.
aspect of
Absolutely.
you know you're a badass. You know you've been doing it for so long.
Listen, it's faking
Right?
it all the way.
100
Faking it.
But listen, you look great doing it because
right.
it's working. It's
Thank
you're
you.
doing something right.
It's been surreal. I think too with COVID, everybody needed e-learning at the time. So I think I got very lucky. I do more than e-learning, right? I've been a leader of learning and development teams, but e-learning, online learning was an absolute necessity. And it was a panic. So many customers and clients were going, shit, I need e-learning now because all of my employees are home.
Right.
And that's where that kind of came from.
But also it's kind of a learning curve for everyone. Like you mentioned,
Absolutely.
it was
I
one for
know.
you. But also like going back to what I hear you say is like charging for my value of like my work. And I think some entrepreneurs starting off, we don't want to charge too much or too little because of where maybe you're afraid or maybe like sometimes like imposter syndrome comes up sometimes. And it's kind of like,
That is a word that I'm getting sick of hearing myself say it, but it's so true. I am 4 years in to a company that I didn't want to start, that I just did because I had to. And I wouldn't go, I don't think I'd change a thing. I really have enjoyed, I'm making this up every day. I'm making it up as I go. but it's doing well, and it's doing great. And
Which is amazing.
It's a shock. Even as I'm saying it, I'm like, how am I doing great? I don't understand.
Yeah.
But I think it was a couple things. I think it was the experience that I had, the relationships that I've built over the course of my career in learning and development. And then I do put some weight into the fact that COVID happened and everybody needed e-learning.
Yeah.
I think there is
you were a necessity that they needed.
I was there at the right place at the right time.
Absolutely.
So I think there is an element of that involved.
But what you did from years prior led you up to be able to run with it at COVID.
Oh yeah.
And go with it.
Didn't teach me a thing about how to run a small business, but it taught me everything on how to do learning and development. I knew the learning and development piece already, and I knew everything because not everything, but I knew every role. I'd been a trainer, I'd been an instructional designer, I'd been a leader of trainers, and I'd been an executive in the training field. So it kind of, I had that soup to nuts kind of experience that I could piece into this.
Yeah.
So my kind of shtick, if you will, is that I can go into a company, I can go into a client and be their entire learning and development team there for a minute if they need that help.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
It's a lot of fun.
So another question for you, since I hate to pivot back to COVID, but as you're starting this and like you're your own boss, you're CEO.
CEO, I know.
CEO?
Oh my God, it took me a minute. I was like, wait.
I was like,
I know.
I made my own word.
Everybody says boss babe, and I'm CEO.
No, we are CEO.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be the name of this episode, by the way, CEO. Okay.
But like, how do you manage your work-life balance? Because not only are you a CEO, but you're also like a wife, you're a friend, you may be a sister, a daughter. There's so many like facades, or we have so many faces as women. Like, how do you manage that, but also like show up as your authentic self for your company, for your customers, and like for yourself?
That's such a good question. You know, I think just the nature of working for yourself, there is a load of stress there that isn't there when you are part of a corporation or a larger company, right? You have some semblance of safety net there when you're with a larger company.
Yeah.
Being on my own, being a CEO, if I screw up, I could lose everything, right? Like my contract hopefully keeps me safe, right? But it's there is a risk there in terms of I'm by myself. I don't have a safety net. So there is a load of stress there that I didn't have when I was working for a company. But with that con comes the pro of it's Wednesday afternoon and I'm in a studio drinking champagne with one of my nearest and dearest and one of my newest nearest and dearest. You know, there's a work-life balance there that just naturally kind of happens.
Yeah.
And I think that space lets me be there more for the people that I need to be there for. What's been really interesting is in high school and college, I was a night owl. I did all my homework at night. I did my best thinking at night, best having fun at night. You know, all the things happened late at night. And as I joined the workforce, I switched to being an early person. And you know that I wasn't super functioning until about 9 o'clock once I'd had a couple cups of coffee, but I was in the office by 7:30, 8 o'clock.
What?
And now
Wait, you had to be there at 7:30 a.m.?
Baby, yes.
Restaurant company is a little old school. So we had to be there.
By 8. Like 7:45, I think.
Yeah. One of those kind of places where
that was before Jesus was up.
The earlier you're there, the better worker you are kind of thing is the mentality. Because it's just an older school place.
Oh, wow.
And that's how a lot of corporations, I think, still are. The tech company my husband works for is very much like that. But I think now the interesting piece is that I've now learned, I've gone back to my kind of natural circadian rhythm of my hard work is from like 2 to 5 in the afternoon. The later I can get it. Sometimes till 7 p.m., but it shifts. So I don't do my hard work. I don't really sit down to my computer until later in the morning because I can.
Yeah.
And that ability there, I have a couple more hours in the morning to be there for my family, be there for my friends, be there for myself.
Your fur babies.
Right? The fur monsters.
Can't forget about that.
Monsters. But yeah, I think just kind of the natural, just kind of nature of running your own business allows you to have more time in the day to be there for people. And just you're just happier doing things for yourself, I think, in a way. And that allows you to have more energy and more brain space to be there for the others in your life.
100%.
That answers your question.
1,000%.
Yeah, absolutely.
So piggybacking off of that, what advice would you give your younger self I know it's a hard question. Think about it. What kind of advice would you give your younger self looking back and saying, you know, you're sitting in this chair right now. What would you say?
Oh my God.
What would you say?
Don't stress the math classes so hard.
Oh God,
What is
say
math?
it again.
Unless you're
Let
like
me-
heckling
Say it
your coin.
again.
Let me tell you, don't stress the math classes so hard.
Man, no.
The tears, the stress, the agony I went through just trying to be better at math.
Yeah.
Now I am,
Now, what type of math are you talking
you guys,
about?
I am
There's geometry.
Calculus,
Oh, okay.
statistics.
abysmal. Geometry I'm actually good at because it's shapes and angles. I was
Yeah.
actually okay.
Algebra, like the
Okay.
X2
Dude,
plus
y'all solving
Y.
for letters. Shameful. It's shameful. But I think there's people have different pockets of talents.
Yeah.
Matt, it's just not one of them. I actually think I've got a little bit of number dyslexia because I get numbers and letters mixed up, and I want to go get like checked out to see because I want some validation that I'm not an idiot. But I'm noticing that as I get older, I'm getting numbers and letters mixed up, which is really kind of awkward. But I think I would tell myself, don't stress the stuff that you're not super good at because you're not going to use it anyway. Because I think there's a resourcefulness you have to have. And that's what I feel like school counselors, like in college and stuff. Why didn't anyone freaking tell me?
You're getting deep.
If you don't want to teach the kids with the parents and that's annoying, hey, you can teach adults by going this way. You know,
Yeah.
I think that would have been really beneficial. Or hey, you're not great at math. I had to petition the college that I went to get out of this certain math class so I could keep going on with my degree because I was so bad at it. And I kept telling them, but I know I'm not going to be using this.
Which is crazy, and you don't now.
No.
Unless you're calculating your coin.
I have
Well,
I have an accountant that does that stuff for me.
Hire someone for that. Yes.
Because I know that it's not, and my husband helps out with my books, which is amazing. But if it's something that I'm not good at, I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to make a career out of that. So I think I'd tell my younger self, chill out on the stuff you're not super good at, focus on the stuff that you are good at, and figure that out, and go down that path.
That's a good.
I think that's it.
It is good. It makes
Numbers,
less
man.
stressful.
It
Can't.
does, but it's also like I'm trying to like channel a child, and like children are like, bah!
Oh, yeah,
and you know,
20
you're like, you just would never.
Younger self, that's the thing that I was so
Yeah.
caught up on is I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that.
Yeah,
Who cares?
and you're trying to
You'll
like
figure it out.
cross every T, dot every I, do everything, and you're like, listen, we can cross an I and dot a T if we need to sometimes because it'll work,
Or hire someone for it.
right? Or hire somebody.
It's just, it doesn't cost that much to hire somebody to do your
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
It's not that, it's just not worth it. Focus on the stuff you're good at.
yeah. Agreed.
That's what I would tell her.
Yeah.
She was pretty cool.
The great
That's what's up.
younger Meg.
Tell her to work out a little more. I'd probably tell her that. Just cool it on the carbs. Work out a little more. Just go
It'll be fine. Everything will work out.
Save a little more money.
So as you are building your company, do you have like executive team, a support system, people who challenge you or say like, Meg, this don't make any sense, girl? Or like, you're thinking too much into this, Meg?
I do a pretty good job of that by myself.
Oh, okay. Well, support system needed.
I am my worst. It's bad. I'm a really hard critic of myself. But no, I don't have a real team. Like I've said, my husband kind of manages my books. He is a marketing director at a large company here. So marketing director, I think that's his
And doesn't he
title.
walk to work as well?
He does. He puts his little
This is
backpack on in the
hard.
morning.
I know. I just want to see Kit.
I'll have to.
I want to see him one day.
He's cute. He's
out there
cute.
and just with the backpack.
He's cute. I say marketing director because it's easier, but I'm not sure of his exact role because I'm the worst wife ever. But he is in marketing at a large company
He's
here.
somewhere up in there.
But he's got the marketing. He's not the creative marketing brain. He is the analysis and strategic marketing brain. I'm the creative. So it kind of is great because he can go, chill out. You're going a
And
little
he
too.
has.
He has. Because when I first started, I was like out the gate, like, I need to be on LinkedIn. I need to be getting clients.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm at the point where this just sounds kind of bratty, but I don't need more clients. I'm at a point now where
That's not bratty. Speak your
I'm good.
accolade.
I've got a couple subcontractors. I don't need more, but I need more brand awareness for when the time comes that I do need more. So he's got this brain that is helping me kind of navigate through some of that. I would say he's probably my executive team.
That's what. So you have a built-in team.
I have a built-in team. I have the support of my girlfriends. I have the support of my mom and my family. So yeah, I've got plenty of support. I have never had a moment where I didn't feel supported and ready to go.
Which is awesome.
So I'm very lucky there. A lot of people don't have that. So that's been good.
That's very true.
It's been good.
That's awesome.
Yay, thanks.
I love that. So talking about, I know you just mentioned about the clients and everything, but take us back kind of when you were getting your feet wet and everything. How did you build those relationships with those clients?
That's such a good question.
And how do you continue to, because I know, a lot of people might not know this as well, but you actually referred two of my clients to me, my first two clients, which is amazing.
I'm so proud of you.
Yes, thank you. And I've been able to get my start from that.
Do we need more champagne?
Oh yeah, more bubbles, please.
Somebody come fill us up with champagne. Come on, hurry up. No,
Wednesday, y'all. It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. Wednesday, you need champagne.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Please cut up. I think I said hurry up, cut that out, because I didn't mean to be bossy. I didn't mean to be like, I don't want people to know I'm bossy. Okay. Yeah. Check it out. Check it out.
Bossy's not bad. The question
bossy
was
is not, but what was the
first couple clients?
Oh yeah. Okay, so first couple of clients. Okay. So, how did you go about getting them? But how do you go about maintaining them as well, being 4 years in?
I think the first few clients were pure luck. I'm fully transparent. They came to me.
I was going to ask you about that. Like, how did you feel when you got your first client?
First three came to me.
First three
were literally phone calls during COVID going, like I said earlier, oh shit, I need some e-learning. What do I do?
That is awesome.
Like, I got
pivot
you.
for everyone.
And I was like, I can just charge them this amount for retainer for a month and it'll be a 3 to 4 month contract. Awesome. There's a few grand in my pocket to last me to the end of this, whatever they're calling COVID, that's going to last a couple months, right? That's kind of what I thought till I find a new job. Idiot. I'm very naive. You're
very passionate.
I just thought it was going to be temporary. Come on.
Oh yeah, already.
This pink suit is my favorite.
It is cute.
So I know. We look like Easter.
I know. I love it. The purple, the pinks, the blues. Thank you.
It's that time of year. Finally.
Oh, I know.
It's 75 degrees outside.
Oh, I was like depressed and everything last week, and then once the sun came out, I'm like,
it's like there it is. I actually really like the rain though. I like.
Thank you. Appreciate
yeah, but I do if it's like.
This is lovely.
Moderation.
This is lovely weather.
Yeah.
Okay, your question. So, first couple clients. Okay, first few came to me out of necessity. The crap COVID, I need e-learning. That's kind of where the first few came from. And then my marketing something husband, whatever his title is, it's awful. My marketing husband said, all right, we need to get you on LinkedIn. But I didn't want to publicize that I was looking for work. Because to me, in my brain, I was like, that looks like I'm not desperate, but it looks like I'm not busy, and I was.
Yeah.
So it was all right, what can I be doing? So what I did was I bought the fancy LinkedIn version and
premium,
right? The sales,
premium.
I think it's called Sales Navigator Premium that has a Sales Navigator widget inside.
Oh, okay.
And this is a trade secret I'm giving out because I want everybody else to figure this out too. So I went on Sales Navigator and started filtering by decision makers in certain industries that I enjoyed. And found people that were hiring for instructional designers. And that's what I hit those people up. And I got two really large clients that way.
Wow.
By basically saying, hey, I see you've got a job opening for a instructional designer. Well, I'm an instructional designer that has done all of learning and development roles, and I'll cost you a fraction of the cost of you paying the salary and benefits to an ID. I could do it for a fraction of the cost and you'll get way better product. And I had two huge clients happen that way. The rest have been clients that have stayed. So a couple of those have stayed, and then a couple of previous clients have stayed. So now my first full year of running, I had 9 clients. It was way too many. I discovered. Now I have 3, and 3 is kind of the magic.
More doable. Okay.
But the goal was to get year-long clients, and that's what I've got now. I've got year-long clients.
How do you manage your time? Like
when my
9
whole year
to 3.
9 was insane. 9 was.
You probably weren't sleeping.
No, 9 was bad, and I was just like, I'm brand new. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll take you on as a client. Yes, I'll take you on as a client.
Gotcha.
It was just too many. Then I got this year. This is my I'm almost 4. Jem's almost 4, which is insane.
Oh, little
almost 4.
That's old as my dog.
That's like the cutest age ever. I know. So Jem's almost 4. And I've figured out, okay, 3 clients is my magic. I have what I call large clients that are like the 6-month or year-long ones. And then I have baby ones. So I've got 3 large ones this year. I've got 1 baby one right now. And those are the ones that are like 3 months, 4 months. And I can handle a little bit more stress. I've got a couple subcontractors that I use that I don't have to hire them. I don't have to pay them benefits, but I have them as subcontractors and they're incredible. So
So not only now have you scaled from yourself, but now you're hiring third party, just outsourcing.
Yes.
That's incredible, man.
And I want to lead a team again. I miss leading people.
Yeah.
Hopefully you enjoyed me leading you at once upon a time.
We've talked about merging the comps.
That's what's up.
The companies.
I miss that. But my marketing husband is like, hiring people is so expensive. But
100%.
I miss having a team. So I don't know. I call it my Gempire. I don't know where Gempire is going to go, but
Gempire.
Maybe. I don't know. God. It's been fun. I miss mentoring newbies in the space. I miss, and we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
That light bulb moment of seeing somebody catch something that you're telling them.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yep.
I miss that.
Yep.
So I'm like off the wall question. What brings you joy in what you do?
There's some tea.
Spill it. We'll take a break.
What brings you joy, Meg?
That's such a hard question because when I was, my last post kind of before COVID was director of training. And that was so much fun because my whole job was to lead a team and to lead the strategy of learning and development. And that's that's amazing. But then I was out of the instructional design part. I wasn't designing. I wasn't doing voiceovers. I wasn't doing these kind of fun things that I love, making learning games. So I think in the workspace, the joy is kind of a balance of both. One of my favorite days are what I call my design days, which is a really stupid name. I need to find a better name for it. But where I can just crank up the music, just get in my desk and just design.
What's your favorite type of music when you do it?
You know.
I know.
Disney music is a big one. Disney music is a big one.
Soundtracks of Disney.
Wait, pause. Disney music.
Yeah.
Disney.
Big one.
Oh, we used to, when we were designing together, we would just have the soundtracks on. We would
Of
just
like,
go to
name your one soundtrack that you can have on repeat.
Frozen.
Disney?
Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aladdin or Little Mermaid, but I'm a 90s teen.
for
so
sure.
Aladdin
Little
or
Mermaid. I mean, Poor Unfortunate Souls. Are you kidding me? I could belt that out right now.
Please don't.
I won't.
It's so good. It's so good. But yeah, that, or if I'm more mellow, I'll have a playlist. Movie scores are really big for me. I like a good movie score. I have a whole movie scores playlist that I listen to. So but those are my favorite days. Those are the days that really do bring me a lot of joy.
Yeah, crack a window open if you need to.
I was just going to say that. When it's pouring rain and the window's open.
Yes. Same. Are we the same person?
Might be.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I can't have too many Brandons.
No, nobody can.
Oh my
But that's a good question. What brings you joy at work?
That is.
So, okay, explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
Okay.
What is instructional design?
That's a good
question.
Yes, that is.
Ooh, like a 5-year-old. Okay. As long as you don't have a parent involved, because parents are annoying. Like I
They
said
are.
earlier.
They do.
I'm joking.
What's so
I'm joking.
funny though is we train adults for a living, which are the parents of kids.
I know.
Which is so
but
crazy.
We're not responsible for their
100%.
progeny. So
But
it's fine.
sometimes explain it to them like a 5-year-old works.
But you have to.
Yeah.
You have
It's
to.
true. Instructional design is the creation of materials that you use to teach somebody with. You have what are called different modalities. So you could have print materials. So like if you have printed a PDF for you, just a document to teach you how to tie your shoes, and you follow it along on your own. Or you could have an e-learning, which is like a little learning game. The trend now is the smaller the e-learning, the better. The shorter it is, the better. YouTube is a great example, or TikTok is a great example of those are e-learnings, right? I went on TikTok months ago to learn how to do winged eyeliner, right? I was watching an e-learning on how to do makeup tutorials, right? That's all e-learning. I know.
I don't think about it like that.
Isn't that amazing?
Like YouTube University's e-learning to me.
It really is. TikTok is all e-learning.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, because it's like tiny little modules. Yeah.
Or I can design, the most complex would be the teacher scripting. So what we call facilitator guides. So if you were ever in a play in high school and you had a script in front of you, or if you're a choir kid in high school and you had a choir book in front of you that taught you what to sing, A facilitator guide is that. It basically teaches you as the teacher what to say to your students, what activities, how to run the activities, what slide you want your presentation on, those kind of things. So that's all instructional design.
That's what's up.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I know.
Thank you. That was so easy for me to grasp.
It's fun.
It is.
I kind of instructional designed my answer to you about what instructional
I love
design.
it.
I need a job aid.
And
Yes, it
so a question for you. So instructional design, you just gave a beautiful example of what it is.
Good.
And how, how it functions. But tell us, how do you stay up to date with the latest trends? I would say fashions, but I guess it is fashions in instructional design.
It really is.
What we do is that. So, so how would you stay up to date with the latest trends and the finds and the fashions?
That's such a hard question. That's a question that I'm obsessed with. So thank you. As a CEO, I don't have a CEO. Yeah. I don't have a company that'll pay for me to go to conferences, right? Conferences are super expensive.
They are.
Shamefully expensive.
They are.
And I don't want to spend $2,500 going to a conference in Vegas to learn about e-learning. I just by myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we can go together.
Yeah.
With people.
We can go together.
Yes, yeah, we can go.
By myself. That's not what I want to do. So I have to actively, going to a conference like that is a passive receipt of trends, right? I'm sitting there in an audience with, from my past experience, 30,000 other people at one of the conferences I went to, learning about materials. I'm just absorbing. But on my end, I have to actively search that stuff out. And that's been insane. I'm also 42 years old, right? So I know that I just have to hold on for another 10.
You look good for 42.
Thanks. I just got to hold on for another 10 more years. You what?
I said you're a millennial. You look different.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I just have to hold on for another 10 more years-ish, right? So I just do I need to be understanding these trends? Yes, I do.
Yes.
AI being one of the biggest ones, man. ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Oh, lifesaver.
true.
I use it every day. Every day.
Yeah.
I need to start getting into the AI, like imaging, because I make thousands of icons and graphics in Canva. I don't make them, but I find them in Canva. I put them together in Canva. AI being able to do that for me, there's some incredible tools out there that let you do that. And I need to be diving more into some of that. I've looked into some tools like Midjourney, those kind of things, but I need to be diving more into some of that. But I have to actively find time and actively search that stuff out to learn those trends, which is exhausting.
Tell me about it. Listen, I'm a fan of myself.
I know, but LinkedIn's a great place to kind of start with some of that, because you'll see kind of what some of those trends are just by the activity on your feed there.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
So speaking of AI, we have composed, AI, should I say, has spit out 6 would you rather questions that we would like to ask you. Okay. So here's how it works. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to ask you a question, or we will. When I cleared my throat wasn't cleared. Okay. So would you rather...
Spilling the tea.
It's spilling the tea. We're getting into this time of, listen,
Cute.
We've asked you the questions. You've done great. We love you so much.
What's your TED Talk?
Yes.
Oh, good.
You absolutely should do a TED Talk.
That'd be so much fun.
That would be fun.
good.
That'd be so much fun.
Who do we need to get out
Absolutely.
to talk to that? Anyways, we'll find somebody. So AI has spit out 6 different questions for you for Would You Rather. They are, let me tell you, work appropriate / life appropriate.
Okay.
Nothing X-rated, crazy, nothing like that. I know. We don't.
Okay.
We could,
Later.
but we don't. Yeah, later. Spill the tea offline. Okay, so the first one, are you ready for it? Would you rather be celebrated for your bold and daring achievements, pushing the boundaries of what's possible, or for your quiet but impactful acts of kindness and compassion, making a difference in the lives of those around you?
It's so hard.
What'd you do?
It's a deep question.
That's really hard. Gut leans towards the first one, though.
Celebrate your bold and daring achievements, pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Yeah. I think because we've been talking about GEM and work for the past hour.
And that's what it feels like you are is.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go with that one.
Got it. Good answer.
All right. So it's me. Okay. Meg.
Yeah.
Would you rather be recognized as a trailblazer in your field, breaking glass ceilings and paving the way for future generations?
Pressure. Okay.
Or as a mentor who empowers and uplifts other women to reach their full potential?
B. The second one, for sure.
Empowers and uplifts other women.
You know, and that's such a poignant question too, because International Women's Day was last week.
Yeah.
I posted something that said empowered women empower women. And I like teared up like making this thing, because it was like, I've had experiences where I wasn't empowered as a girl. I'm 42. I don't feel like I'm a woman yet. A girl. I feel like I just haven't been a lot of times empowered by other girls to be that. And that's so damn frustrating. And it makes me sad. Yeah. So I think that there's enough out there for everybody.
Absolutely.
And I think that 1000%, that second option for sure. Anyone needs a mentor, hit me up, because I'm here, because I like it.
That's what's up.
I love it. And it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
And it makes the other person feel good.
Do you have any mentors, or who do you?
I don't. I did. I need to be better about actively searching for one. I can't decide if I want one in learning and development, or if I want one in just like small business, female entrepreneurship. I don't know. I'll take multiple, right? But I think that I've got mentors in my family and in my friends, but I don't have a formal work female mentor anymore. And I need one.
But also it's good that you're willing to become a mentor for someone else.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's what's up.
I think in starting your own business, for some reason, people think I'm good at this. I don't know how. I feel like I'm faking it every day, because I am. But I've had people hit me up going, how are you doing this? And the people that I have mentored, 3 people, and they're all girls. And that makes me so happy, because there is this movement of teachers going to instructional design.
There is,
major movement.
There is.
It's like, I'll help you. Here's all my shit.
Come to our side.
Come to the tech side.
Yeah.
I literally spilled my tea while we were spilling
the tea while we were spilling.
Just need to drink more. But yeah, I think that there is a movement there for girls to help more. Girls do better fabulous things.
100%.
Absolutely.
Well, we shouldn't be tearing each other. No, we shouldn't be
room for
tearing
everyone.
each other down and everything. Yeah, there's room for everybody.
That's an important question.
This world is a big ass world.
It is, and there's enough to go around. No reason to be competitive.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Okay. Second one.
Okay.
Or third one. Would you rather have a job that requires frequent travel, but offers exciting opportunities, or one that keeps you grounded in one location but offers more stability?
That's really hard.
I know.
Because I'm just coming off pretty much living in Georgia for 7 months.
Your
for a
second
client.
residence.
Yeah. That's hard, because my husband can't do a lot of travel, so I'd want to travel with him, right?
Yeah.
So I'd lean towards one if he could travel with me.
Okay.
And the fur monsters.
Okay.
But B if they can't.
But B, if they can't, to stay more travel. Which, yeah.
Yeah,
If the
that
fur
makes
monsters
sense.
can come, then
But as your business grows, more money comes.
work for money.
So you can
that
travel
private
the
jet
whole
that takes your dogs. Let's go.
Hello. We only take PJs from now on, okay?
Let's do it.
Please. Okay, so my turn.
Yeah.
Would you rather possess the skills of a master negotiator, able to secure advantageous deals? I'm like, what? Okay, in agreement. I was like, hold up. Do I need to get my glasses? Okay, hold on. Able to secure.
You're not old enough to need glasses.
able to secure advantageous deals in agreements in any situation,
Okay.
or the charisma of a natural leader, effortlessly rallying others to your cause.
B.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Be a leader.
Because I feel like if
Be
you're
a
a leader, you
leader.
can do the negotiating at the aspect.
Oh.
Yeah. Or find someone to do it for
And
you.
you got the team to do it for you.
Look,
Yeah.
multitasking.
B for sure. B for sure. Good question. I liked that one.
I like that one too. Okay. So would you rather have the freedom to live life on your own terms, unapologetically embracing your true self and passions, or the responsibility to use your strength and influence for the betterment of society as a whole?
So the first one was more about you.
Would you rather have the freedom to live your life on your own terms, unapologetically embracing your true self and passions, or strengthening and influencing for the betterment of society?
Betterment of society, because point of living for yourself if there's not other people around you to be able to
It's true.
celebrate
And
with.
basically what you do for a living is bettering other people around
I'd be
you.
really lonely.
But I mean, selfishly though, there is that time where you need your me time, your own self-interest.
Yeah.
Duh.
Your restorative time.
Yes. Okay.
Self-care, the trend word. It's a good word.
Good one. Allegra, do you have another one?
I don't.
Okay. I got 2 more.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Go.
So, would you rather be remembered for your professional accomplishments and contributions to society or for the positive impact you've had on the lives of those around you, regardless of your career success?
Positive impact I had on others.
Oh, you're such a goody.
Yeah, that
I'm just kidding.
COVID taught me that because without a job,
But you're
what
so
are you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And networking and doing
Building
all that you have
relationships.
to. You have to make it in life. Yep.
Definitely.
All right. So last one, Megan Daniele.
Okay.
Would you rather have the power to change one major event from your past, altering the course of your life, or the ability to see into the future and make informed decisions based on what's to come?
That's a tough question.
That is a tough question. I don't want to see the future. I want the first one. I don't need that.
You want to go to the past?
I want to change. Now, I don't know what that would be.
Well, no, I won't ask what scenario, but you know, like
Definitely power to change.
Power to change something in the past. That's awesome.
Because I could have a little bit controlling, right? So I'd be able to know, all right, if I changed it, it would go this way or that way. I could see what it would impact. But
yeah.
That one for sure.
Well,
good
like
questions.
That. Of course. Okay.
Absolutely.
Wow. I think that is it for today on the Milk, Eggs, and a Whole Lot of Tea with you, Megan. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
So much for coming on. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Is there any last piece of word or wisdom you want to give our viewers
Absolutely.
on anything in life?
People who are starting where you were 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I think that it's imposter syndrome is okay. And I'm saying this to people out there, but I'm also saying it to myself. Like, just fake it till you make it. It's we all are.
Yeah.
I hope.
I mean, a lot of us are.
Nobody has all the answers, and the path that you're on is your path. So do it the hell you want to. Do it the way you want,
I love
right?
it. I love it.
I think it's, if you're good at something, continue with what you're good at, and it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
It's going to be fine.
It's going to be good.
That's
Well
awesome.
said.
Thank you.
Joining us.
Appreciate y'all.
All right. We'll see you next time on Milk, Eggs.
And a whole lot of tea.
Thank you.
Yay!
Yeah. We did it.